Welcome to Backward Design. This is the 8th video in the Innovation in Higher Education, a Primer series. The theme for this video is backward design, and the big idea is the classroom is ground zero for disruptive innovation in higher education. This video focuses on the concept of backward design, specific learning concepts and styles, and how to implement backward design in student affairs programming. After viewing this video, students will learn the concept of backward design. In addition, students will be able to point out learning concepts that help disrupt the higher education classroom. Lastly, students will be able to transfer the skills learned from using the backward design model into how it can be implemented in student affairs programming. To achieve these desired learning outcomes, let's brainstorm how to plan a classroom lesson. How would you normally go about planning a classroom facilitation, a program for students, or a lesson plan? There is so much space for activities. Yes, this is completely true. There is so much time for activities, and activities in the classroom are highly encouraged to engage students. However, if activities are planned without purpose, they will not have as much of an impact on students' overall learning and absorption of the material. The true art of memory is the art of attention. Samuel Johnson. Students that are the most engaged will absorb the most information. To learn how to engage students, let's dive into backward design. Rather than planning the activities first, backward design allows you to think about what your desired outcomes are. First, identify desired results. What do you want your students to learn? What are your students' learning outcomes? What is your goal for your students? What do you want the main takeaways to be in order for students to understand the concepts? According to Grant Wiggins, author of Understanding by Design, at the very least, you must think about the assessment before you design the instruction. Second, determine acceptable evidence. What classroom materials and texts will be used to allow students to achieve your desired learning outcomes? What will prove to you that your students have learned or mastered the material? Third, plan learning experiences and instruction. Now you can plan the activities that will help reinforce the evidence for your students. How will these experiences, paired with your instruction, help your students achieve the desired outcomes? The main purpose of backward design is to be purposeful. Purposeful planning programs, lessons, events, etc. Everything should have an intention behind it. In addition to being purposeful in planning, student-centric learning should be taken into account. Student-centric learning revolves around individualized instruction based on the needs of each student. Does a student learn best kinesthetically or visually? When I was in the 3rd grade, my mom and I jumped on the trampoline while she quizzed me on my multiplication tables. This helped me absorb the information better than writing it down on paper. Are your students tactile learners? Do they need to physically touch something to absorb information better? All of these student-centric learning styles should be taken into account when forming lesson plans as well. Students' interests, new ways to assess performance, and valuing engagement and collaboration in the classroom are a few ways to make a classroom student-centered. Now, what kinds of technologies can make the classroom student-centered? Smartboards or interactive whiteboards that include a computer, a projector, and whiteboarding software is an example of one technology. The whiteboard accepts touch input from a finger, pen, or other solid object. Learning Catalytics, another form of student-centered software, gives real-time feedback in the classroom. Learning Catalytics enables instructors to ask a variety of question types and is web-based, so students can use it anywhere with a web-enabled device. These technologies can be implemented into the classroom activities and instruction to help achieve learning outcomes for students while integrating technology. How does this connect to student affairs? Well, translating it back, developing the whole student, backward design can be implemented in planning programs for students. Program with purpose. Program to meet students where they are at. Use backward design to create the desired outcomes for what you want your students to get out of the program, and then develop how you will get there. Now let's see what you've learned. Backward design is A. When you design activities first for a lesson plan. B. Purposely planning lessons for students based on desired outcomes. Or C. The opposite way of planning something. If you chose B, you are correct. If you did not choose B, please review the beginning of the video that describes backward design. Which of the following are strategies to implement student-centered design? Select all that apply. A. Teaching to different student learning styles. B. Using learning catalytics. C. Giving a lecture to an entire class. D. Giving students a PowerPoint to look at on their computers. If you chose A and B, you are correct. If you did not select the correct answers, please refer to the portion of the video that speaks towards learning styles. How can student affairs professionals implement backward design? Think of a short answer response. If you responded with anything related to purposefully planning programs in regards to student learning outcomes, you are correct. If you did not respond correctly, please refer to the video for more information regarding student affairs. If you are interested in reading more about the topics covered in this video, please refer to the references listed here. Thank you for watching Innovation in Higher Education, a Primer, Video 8. We encourage you to keep learning by continuing with Video 9.